Hi, John Jenkins from Just Ed Tech here. During this video, I'm going to walk you through a kind of typical credit control process that I would see most using within their business. Now, you can use Xero invoice reminders. That's a great help. But in this particular video, I'm going to assume that this is a company that is raising their invoices from another CRM system or another job management system. So let's just think about the fact that we don't want to send invoice reminders out from Xero with invoice links on them, because your invoice template, unless you've managed to match it to exactly appear the same as from your other system, that could cause you issues with people wondering whether this is spam and some sort of scam, and therefore avoid paying you. And ultimately, when we're doing credit control, what we're trying to achieve is to get paid. So the last thing we want to do is give customers an excuse and a reason not to be paying us. Okay, so if I had another system where my invoices were going out, but I wanted to do some credit control from within inside Xero, because that's where I've got my contact details, and I import my invoice information into here. What we can see from this demo dashboard is I've got a bunch of invoices. I've only got 13 invoices in total that I'm due money, but 12 of them are overdue, and obviously we can see that's quite a hefty amount of money that's due to me there. So if I were to just click into this overdue block here or on here, this is going to take me to the sales ledger side of the system and just those invoices that are awaiting payment. So I could run down here. I don't have a massive amount of customers, so I could just go, right, I'm just going to work from this list here. Unfortunate thing is, I don't have enough information. I don't have contact names, I don't have email addresses, I don't have telephone numbers, and stuff like that. You can, from within the sales overview, if you hover over this chart here, you can see that it shows me the name of the customers, how much money is due, the name of the contact, and their phone number details. Okay, all taken from the contract record. So if I have a small number of customers to deal with, that one for me is the major one. Obviously, we've got 127,000 overdue in total, but this one customer owes us 120 of that money. So that would be my primary target. And if I got just that one thing resolved, that would be enough for me. So if you've got a small ledger, fine, do it this way. Hover over these, we can see people's contact details, obviously provided we've got them stored in a contact record. Failing that, one of the best ways to do this is actually going to be to use the reports within Xero. So I'm just going to show you a aged receivables detail report. So this is going to show us all of the invoices that are outstanding. So we've got plenty of options at the top here. Now, again, this isn't particularly useful as it stands at the moment. I don't have contact details in here. So the last thing I want to do is use this report and then go backwards and forwards in between customer contact records to try and find that information. So from the columns up here, I can add the email. Maybe I want to add their phone number and add the primary person's contact details on here. Then I can click update. And now what we can see is added to my report, as well as knowing the customer and the invoices that are outstanding, I've also now got the information in here about what's their email address, what's the telephone number, and what's the primary person's name that I need to be talking to. We see we've got some missing, so Boom and DIISR here don't have names, so perhaps when we get hold of these people, we can then update the contact record so it's got the correct person's details in here. Now, I don't want to have to come in here and update this report every week, month, however frequently I do my credit control. So what I'd be tempted to do at this point is save this as a custom report and call it whatever we want to. So let's just call it something like that, something nice and easy that you're going to remember. I'm not going to make this the default, because otherwise every time someone runs an age receivables detail report, this is the report they're going to get, and it's not what we want. This is purely for the purposes of chasing our customers. So I'm going to save that. Now, when I come to run this report, rather than going into the aged receivables detailed report, what I'm actually going to do is go to my report section, And up here, I've got another tab called Custom. And we can see we've now got a Chase Customers report. Okay, so we've got the ability here to do other things with this report. So we can export this into Excel, print it as a PDF. If we want to print stuff off and have it in front of us, we can tick things off as we go and we chase them. You can filter. So perhaps we only want to look at customers that owe us a particular type of a certain amount. So maybe we only want to look where the total is, greater than £500 or £500 as an example. So I could apply that filter, say update. Maybe I'm short on time today, so I've only got a small amount of time to dedicate to doing this. So I need to pinpoint those accounts that are got the largest amounts on them. Likewise, I could do it with the due dates. Pretty much anything that is listed on here, we've got the ability to run a filter on it to condense down the amount of data we're looking at and hopefully get through as many calls or as many chases as we possibly can do. So that is, one report. Obviously, you can use the sales overview. So again, if we go back to the sales overview, small number of customers, we could just use this information here. Likewise, what I've just shown you with the custom report there is we've also got the ability to put that information into a report format and then use that data as well to that effect.